super. Good evening. Just getting the Facebook Live video up and running as well, which hopefully people will find shortly, and we'll have people joining on there. Hello to the faces on Zoom. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are May 2022, so it's been a little while since we've had these monthly, not so monthly circles, and it'd be great to connect in with you all again. So welcome those who find this this link after this evening. You can show links to viewers during your live video. I don't think I'll manage that. I'll pop links in afterwards in the same way as I usually do. I don't think I'll manage to do it as we go along on the little screen up there. But brilliant. Welcome those who are just finding the live video for tonight's the online drumming circle. Where we'll hopefully be kind of joined by old friends and new all around the world. Connecting in. Ah, fantastic. Connecting in with the voice and rhythm of the drums. I can see it just starting to come to life on Facebook there. It takes a little while for the notification to get out and running. So this evening, like we often do with the online drumming circle, is we'll be having a few rounds of drumming. We'll be opening at the start, and I invite you, if you are someone who likes to work with smudge herbs or smoke cleansing, to go and find those now, because it's good and handy as at the start of these evenings, just to create a bit of a space for yourself from the day, and get ready for this space here. Just see if I can see the screen, and get ready for this space here and ready for this evening. And what I thought we'd do this evening, because I know it had been asked for previously, is we'll have some of our regular rounds of drumming, but we'll also have space for a journey here this evening as well. So those of you who are wanting to join in with that as a visionary journey of going into those inner landscapes for yourself, you can do that, and then there's the option for those who want to drum along. So welcome everybody who's joining in on either of the screens I've got in front of me here. Do say hello in the chat and let us know where you're joining in from. And I'll continue to let people into the Zoom room as well there. Yeah, let us know where you're joining in from, and if it's your first time finding this evening, because I know a number of people have messaged, have only found out about it now. Do let us know in the chat, because it's good to for us all to give a kind of an extra special hello to those who are joining for the first time. And great to see familiar faces and familiar names on the screen there as well. Great to see you. Brilliant. A few more people joining in the Zoom there. And I can see numbers totting up on Facebook, so more of you finding it. Hello, hello, hello as you find the screen here. I guess we'll give it a few minutes, as we tend to do, for everybody to arrive and yeah, to be here and ready. Hello there, good to see you. Brilliant. Oh, I'm glad it's worked out then for this Tuesday. Those who would normally not be able to make it, but have been able to make it this evening. Fantastic. Love the t-shirt. Is it Ogham? Yes. It was because it was Ogham that it kind of it jumped out at me, and I did try and do some translations, and there's not been anything that I've been able to spot from it in looking at a few different languages. But just to give it a full viewing on there, it's just a few Ogham staves. I was checking that there wasn't some spell that I didn't understand or know about kind of there carrying around on my chest, but it seems and feels innocuous enough. But the Ogham staves, or the Ogham characters on there or markings, is yeah, just a nice nod to the ancient ones of this land. Hello and welcome those joining. Do as well say where you're joining in from. Do say hi in the chat, and yeah, if it's your first time, say hi and let us know, and we can all say hi to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, joining with a drum or with an open heart and just settling into the rhythms and enjoying the rhythms. I was asked earlier on today if you needed a drum. It's a great chance for those who have got drums to get used to drumming at home and just getting their drum out for an occasion without it having to be when there's a gathering somewhere or a circle, now that we're back used to doing events here, there and everywhere. It's a chance to get your drum out at home and drum at home and in your home and for yourself in the evening. And with this circle that's connecting in around the world, I know we've got a number of people who are writing from these lands here, from different parts of the country, and Scotland, the one I've got on my screen here, Liverpool, and I believe I saw our regular friends from San Francisco, yes, popping a message in there and saying hi there as well. So welcome everybody. Gosh, still letting people in. Where are we now? Oh, we're only 4 minutes past. That's excellent. Great. If you are on Facebook Live and watching it on there, one thing that will really help right now, because I've shared the message about this around lots of different groups, not everyone necessarily finds their way back to it, and they might have seen it earlier on in the day and not see it. So one thing that would really help, if you're able to, is on the screen that you've got there, is just to click and share the video. And whether that's sharing to your own page, because you may know a few people who would be interested in joining for the evening, or if you're in any groups on Facebook that you might have seen the post or message about this, if you're able to share it back into there, that's another way where it can help this reach the others who may be trying to find the circle this evening, and really help just to kind of spread it out far and wide. So yeah, welcome those to Liverpool from Wiltshire. And what do we have down here? Joining in from London as well. That's excellent. Alright, so let's begin this evening with smudging. And if you've got smudge herbs at home, do please join in. We'll lead in then with just a grounding and a centering and a focus. Brilliant. I think there's a little bit of a delay with some of these messages coming in, so welcome those joining in from London, and welcome those who are joining in from Groby, Leicestershire and Northamptonshire. Brilliant. Good to see you all. So smudging, why we're doing this, why I really focus on the smudging and grounding at the start, particularly with these online events, is because you may well have just walked in from one room to another and come and plonked yourself down here for this evening, and it's good just to give yourself a real moment just to really drop the weight of the day, center yourself in your body, into the here and now, into this evening that we have together, and and really just kind of open up to what we're doing here this evening. And just a reminder message, if you do need to leave early for whatever reason this evening, do give yourself a little moment just to, again, do a bit of a grounding and a centering, refocus to yourself, rather than doing a lot of drumming and really connecting out there and then quickly having to jump and deal with whatever else is going on in the house. Let's arrive here together in this space. And with smudging, I invite the plant spirits, as they release their smoke and their incense, just also to come with those blessings of healing and cleansing, and help clear away the stresses of the day, so I can be clear and present in mind in what I am doing and sharing here in the circle. And so for all of us in this circle, for all of us who are joining in now and for all of us who are joining in later, I kind of extend those prayers out from here to you all, so that we can all be held in this circle and held by those prayers for grounding, for cleansing, for healing, for protection. And I'll leave the plants to smoulder. Maybe it's still even in in the edge of the video there, it is on one of the screens, just to continue to send those prayers upwards for everybody in the circle and all those who join in later on or from watching the live video afterwards. And as that helps us just to drop in to ourselves, I just invite you to bring your attention to your breath. And maybe just feeling into your body, maybe you want to just check your position, make sure you're comfortable where you're seated. Do you need an extra cushion? Do you need to shuffle forward or back in your chair a little bit just to find your centre? There's a simple just rocking side to side until you get to a centre point there, and even just backwards and forwards until you just find that place of balance in yourself. And if you feel comfortable too, just closing your eyes or just looking at something pleasant to look at in the room. Just to let your attention move then to your breath. And focus on that rhythm of your breathing as the breath comes in and as it goes out. And watching that movement of the breath, following it as it comes into your body and as it goes out. Noticing those sensations of the breath. Here just below the nostrils, that cooling as the breeze of your breath being drawn into your nose. Just brings that cool air up through your nose and down into the back of your throat. That feeling of yourself filling with air. Before the exhale. And that little moment of stillness before the next breath in. Noticing all of those sensations. It's even the simple rise and fall of your chest with the breath. The rise and fall of your shoulders. And how with each exhale we just relax that little bit more into the chair where we're seated. And continuing in connection with this cycle of our breath, I just want us to bring our mind's eye to our tree body and seeing ourselves as a tree with roots going down from our feet, maybe from the base of our spine as well, going down into the earth and pushing through the layers of soil and stone and sand into the wet earth, reaching far and deep, bringing us into real connection with the ground beneath us. Interwoven and interconnected with all of those rocks deep within the earth, and touching right down into that deep earth energy. And now with each in-breath, with each inhalation, breathe in from that earth and draw that grounding earth energy up through those roots, up through your body, through your trunk, and breathing out through those branches reaching up from your shoulders and your head, breathing out into the sky to be caught by the wind and the breeze, drawing with that in-breath up from the earth, up through your centre and out through the branches, and feeling that grounding earth energy rising up through your legs, And now start to alternate that with your next in-breath, breathing in from the sky above, from the sun and from the moon, from the star nations, drawing that light down through those branches, breathing that down through your center of your trunk, and breathing that out through your roots into the earth, connecting that light with the earth, and then alternating with the next breath, drawing up from the earth, up through your tree body and out through your branches, with each breath connecting you to that light and wisdom and guidance, the sky above, and connecting you with that grounding, loving, healing earth energy beneath us. And here from this place in the middle, grounded and connected, centered within our heart, let's send out that call from our heart to the earth beneath us, that earth that does hold us and heal us and guide us on our journey through life. As she awakens now into the excitement of late spring, with all of the blossoms, the green on the leaves, and with that warmth of the sun, that new energy of the season. Let's honour those gentle breezes that blow through the branches that have moved through as wild winds of change. Let's honour that breath that connects us with the earth element. Let's call to the waters, those waters that flow from the ancient springs, those waters that fall as rains and flow into the streams and rivers and out to the sea. And let's honour that element of flow within us. And let us call to the fire. This evening we are just after the ancient rooted fire ceremony of Beltane and the awakening into summer, the sign of the coming summer. And let us call to those fires, the fire of the sun that is now shining warmer in this season, that fire in the earth of that energy awakening, of new life awakening, to all of those ceremonial fires that have been lit and their connection to all of the ancient fires that our ancestors will have lit on hilltops right across this land, and to all of those fires within us, all of those fires that are awakening, the passion and excitement, the illumination, the creativity, the inspiration. And with that, let's also call to and honour our guides, all of those unseen that work with us and guide us and support us in everything that we do. And may we feel their guidance, may we feel their love and their strength and their connection. We call to our ancestors, we call to those of our own bloodline, those strong shining ones that come with that strength and support and love for us. And we honour you for your wisdom, for your guidance, for your strength. We honour the ancestors of this land and the ancestors of the land that we are on this evening from wherever in the world we are joining in. And we honour those first peoples, those indigenous peoples who learnt the ways of living in balance and harmony with the land, that learnt the song and the stories and met and connected with the spirit of the land. And we call to you in your wisdom and honour and acknowledge you this evening. And we call to all of the ancestors of these spiritual traditions that have passed them on in such a way, from teacher to student and from spirit guidance, to share them in such a way that we may be here now to connect with the sacred in this circle that reaches right across the world. So for all of us here in the north and the east and the south and the west, we ask this circle to be blessed, and to the earth below and sky above, fill this circle with purest love. Blessed be. And blessed be Aho, Amen, Ariom, Boom Shakalaka, whatever the others are, whatever's right for you, go with that. And it's good to, really good to be back in this space with you all. Welcome those who have joined during the smudging and grounding and opening. Really, really good to have you along. Do, if you haven't already, say hello in the chat. It's great to see where people are joining in from. It's been a few months since I've seen you. I can't quite remember exactly when the last one was. There's been a mixture of kind of a cycle of ceremony that I was in last month, which I'll tell you a bit about kind of later on this evening. I'll work out when it's most relevant and when there's time to share about it. But it's really good to be back along with you this evening. And I think after these good few months that there's been of a break in these, or a pause in these circles, I think we should go right into our first round of drumming. Every round of drumming that we share is a prayer, and drumming's great. We all feel great from it ourselves. Those rhythms really buzz through us and vibrate through us and start shifting and moving and unblocking and reconnecting what needs to be done there, but also there's a huge amount of energy that we create, and I want us in this to dedicate that and focus that on the unity of this circle. So to all of us who are joining in here at the moment on Facebook and on Zoom, and those who join in later, it's our time just to really feel that connection in together. And yes, do welcome those who are still there, saying hi in the comments in there. So, which drum am I on? Here we go. I'm going to move back a little bit so I'm not right on top of the mic on that one there. So our first round for unity, for connection, for weaving these threads here as a circle, and with all of those unseen that we've called in as well, calling them to be here with us now. For those who are first time along in the circle, I'll begin a rhythm. Join in at home with whatever's right for you. Those who are joining in, just to connect with the rhythms. Close your eyes and enjoy. And just letting those drum beats ripple out from here now then. Out and around the circle. And feeling those rhythms from far off distant drums coming back and reaching where you are. As we weave this circle together here, and just letting your breath, just breathe all that in and breathing yourself back to your body, back to this space, back to this here and now. And if you need to just move your body a little bit, look around the room, just to help bring yourself back. I can see people out on the screen having a stretch. That also helps. And I can see some people on Facebook have already started sending the bubbles up and putting the heart and thumb emojis or whatever to let us know that they're back. Thanks for that. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, I can't see you stretching, but send up a bubble or kind of pop a heart or a thumb or something like that on there. That'd be great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And let us know how you're feeling. Let us know how that round of drumming was. Let us know what your experience of that was. Oh, thanks. Someone's put on something there that's come up in bright yellow. I can't quite read what that is, but it looks exciting. I'll have to have a closer look on that and see what that is. Wonderful, just what I needed, written there. Yeah, it's often when we haven't drummed for such a long time, it's that first round really just settles us in. Beautiful rhythm. Smiles going on the screen as well. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent. Blown out the cobwebs. That's a great way of wording it. Yeah. Rattled off those any of the dust. Yeah, relaxing and calming as well, as others are writing. Just right. Perfect. Fantastic. Really needed the connection today. Yeah, and it's just a few drum beats away is the amazing thing. And you know, we spend often so much of our time really kind of, you know, fast-paced lives out here, and just steadying back into here and getting back into that place of connection just does the trick. Wonderful. Felt an intense heat, others relaxing. Good to feel reconnected, or feel reconnected and relaxing. Excellent. So here we are in May, and I'm looking out the window now, and compared to last time I was here, not only is it light still outside, which is the big shock. We always notice this with the Ashford drum circles, is which will be the first one that we start the evening where it's light, or which one will be, you know, when will it be the one that it's still light at the end of it. At the moment it's light out there, and I'm looking out onto full green trees. Some still got some blossoms on, but most of it is fully leaved trees, because now we're here in May. We're just past the point of Beltane, and some people on here might have been along to some of the kind of the local celebrations, or some of the larger big gatherings in celebration of Beltane. If you've been to any, let us know which ones you've been to. I would often go to Jack and the Green is one. Some people might know that. Let us know if you know that one. That's down in Hastings, down in the very south of the country. And another one that I've been along to quite a few times is right at the top of the country, or most of the way up the top of the country, up in Edinburgh, is the Beltane Fire Society, and they on Carlton Hill do the big celebration there. And I did see there was a few people who are joining in from Scotland this evening, so depending on where you are in Scotland, might be something you have seen but you no doubt know of. And the other one I know of and have travelled to before is over at the Festival of Fires at Ishna, which was this weekend just gone, not the weekend before, was this weekend over in the centre of Ireland there. Some of you might have had fires at home, or dressed in green, or kind of decorated your hair or somewhere with flowers to connect in with the season. But this time of the year of Beltane, and as the start, and signifying the start of summer, is really that awakening of all that kind of those life energies, the blossoms on the trees, the green of the leaves, the birds singing, the insects all back out. Do pop in the chat if there's any other associations that you have with this time. What do you associate with this time of the year of May and Beltane? For me, very much it's the fires. We had a fire ceremony. I think I put up some of the pictures on the Facebook page recently of our local drumming group and the fire circle that we had there and the fire ceremony that we had. And I'll read out some of them if they pop up in the chat there. But one of the things that kind of, as we talk about as the seasons that are going on around us and what's going on out in the land around us, it also kind of is something going on inside us, and there's a whole load that may well be going on within us at this time of the year as well, in terms of what is blossoming, what is unfurling, what is arising and awakening. And we're going to do a journey this evening, keeping an eye on, there we go, favourite time of the year, feeling the new life bursting out all around us. We're going to do a journey this evening which is connecting in with, that's awakening for us right now. And because Beltane and this celebration is a fire festival, a celebration of fire, I want us to connect in with that fire within us that is awakening at this time. What is that passion or excitement that is arising right now? And you're welcome just to drum along with this rather than doing a journey, and just drum along and enjoy the round of drumming in celebration of this time. But you may also want to go on an inner visionary journey, and with that I'll begin the drumming, and at the start you hold that in your mind and in your heart, that intention, that question of what is the fire that's awakening in me right now, and just repeating that to yourself and holding that to yourself. What is the fire that is awakening in me right now? What is the fire that is awakening in me right now? And as I begin the drumming, we often visualize a tree. If you have your own way of journeying, do that in your own way. But we often visualize a tree, and at the start of the drum beat we go into that tree, journey down through its roots, and keep going until we arrive somewhere. We might arrive in a landscape then, and we might be met by then a spiritual being or something there in the landscape that is there giving us the answer to that question of what is the fire that is awakening in me right now. And it's a time to ask any other questions about that, to find out about that, to be curious about what it is that's awakening in you right now as we move into this season. So I can see there's some seasoned journeyers on the Zoom screen who have already been getting blankets out and readjusting their seat and things like that. So some of you on the Facebook screen might already be ready with it. But what I suggest is get yourself comfortable if you're going to join this with a journey. If you wanted to dim the lights down in the room that you're in a lot more, just so you've got less light on the back of your eyes, go for it. Some people even just kind of tie a scarf around their face just to kind of give themselves that darkness on the back of their eyelids. If you wanted to lay down, if you wanted to wrap yourself in a blanket, then feel free with that. Ready for this journey, going down the tree into a landscape, an inner landscape that just unfolds there for you, with that question of what is the fire awakening in me now. So first, I just invite you to reconnect with your breath. And focusing in there on that rhythm of your breath as it comes in, as it goes out. Noticing and feeling that cooling of the inhale and of the exhale. For those who are just joining in to drum with this, I look forward to drumming with you. For those who are looking to journey, holding that intention in your mind and in your heart, what is the fire that is awakening in me right now? And as I begin the drumming, see that tree journey down through its roots and arrive where you arrive, to receive the answer to that question of what is the fire awakening in me right now. And I wish you all a happy journey. and just to say your thank yous for anything you've experienced in this journey, for any messages you've got, and gathering up anything that you might have been given. And as we bid farewell to any beings that we've met in this journey, we start to find our way back to that tree root, and let the drum beat propel us back up that tree root, all the way back up. And all the way back to your breath. And just returning with the wisdom and messages and gifts of that journey, all the way back to this space here and now. Back to your breath, back to your body. Right the way back to your fingertips and your toes. Back to the here and now. When you're comfortable and ready to open your eyes and give your body a stretch and move around. And look around the room, let your eyes fall on something pleasant to look at, just to help bring your focus and your attention back into the room that you're in. And it might be a good chance to have a sip of water if you've got a bottle of water or a glass of water next to you or nearby. As I say, have a little bit of a stretch. You may want to write down anything about your experience, if there was a message or anything that you got that you think that you might want to remember that you might otherwise forget. And I often say journeys are very personal, so and there's maybe bits of it that you want to just sit and process and try and understand a bit more for yourself. But if there is anything at this point that you wanted to just say about in the comments, something that you experienced, something that you saw, how you're feeling now after the journey, or anything at all, just pop that in the comments, and it just helps us come back together as a circle after going right through and in between and thereabout within the journey. Let us know on Facebook that you're back, just with a heart or a thumb or a smiley face or whatever other emoji you want to put in there, just to let us know that you're back. Oh, bless me. I can see people back on the Zoom screen, but it's helpful just to see on the Facebook one there. Thanks those who've already said, saying grounding, very grounding. Maybe even dozed off for a moment. Well, it's maybe kind of tired today or the evening. Maybe it's exactly kind of what you needed more than any other message or more. Here come the thumbs and the hearts. Fantastic. Thank you, very peaceful. Thank you, of this feeling balanced at the moment. Fantastic. Good to see you all back on the Facebook screen there. Yeah, even if there's one word to describe your journey or describe how you felt during it or feeling now, what would that one word be? Yeah, I was feeling connected, grounding and peaceful. Lots of good uses of the emojis with the hearts and flowers and blossoms and all the rest of it, and fires. Lots of the energy of the season. Fantastic. That's wonderful. There's a couple more of those come through. I want to share something that's been quite exciting going on here. We've been quite excited about doing it, and it's brand new this evening. We've mentioned or hinted about on different places that we've been doing some work on the website, and the section of the website that we've been doing a lot more work on has been to do with the information pages. We really want it to be a really good resource for people who are new to drumming, wanting to deepen their work and exploration with drums, and have all of the information kind of clear and easy to find, which it wasn't always on there. So what we've been doing over the last few weeks is really tidying up all of the information pages on there. We've now got a whole page with all of the information together about shamanic drums, and hopefully we've made it nice and easy to navigate, and yeah, nice to kind of to look at and flow through as well. We've also got a far more elaborate page now on choosing a shamanic drum and what the different hides and woods and styles mean, where they come from, what their kind of roots and associations are. We've even, this is the exciting thing that I really want everyone to, after the circle, to try, and I'll pop the link into the chat, is we've created what we hope you'll find is fun, a little kind of BuzzFeed style quiz, which asks you a few different kind of random questions, and from that we'll tell you what sort of kind of mix of things might be the drum for you. So do give that a go afterwards. We'll pop the link in the chat, and then the caring for the drum page, all of the different bits related to that we've put in one place, and using the drum. And as I say, this is something we're going to be looking to grow as a resource. So it's on the herondrums.co.uk page. I can't do the links as I go. I'm sure there is a way to do it, but I'm sure I pressed the wrong button and end the live feed or something like that. So I'll pop those in afterwards. But they're all on herondrums.co.uk, and hopefully now it's easy to find. So yeah, after the circle, give it a go, and what would be a big help as well is if you're able to share it around and let other people have a go, and see what other people think. It does make a big difference and is a real help sharing these links around, so that more people can find it. It's the kind of a great way for people to connect with Heron Drums if they haven't kind of seen the page before and haven't seen what we're doing. So yeah, we thought it would be a bit of fun to try that there with the BuzzFeed quiz, and you know, for some people it may be a bit of a kind of I don't know, a bit of a guide, or a bit of a direction or a pointer to things that they might want to look at in terms of a style of drum, or things associated with them. So yes, I'll share the link for that afterwards. But and also then kind of send us loads of kind of comments about what you think about it, and let us know what you think, because as I say, we've been playing around and tinkering around with that and teasing you about that for a good while. I think Chris posted about it about 3 or 4 weeks ago when he was working on the quiz, and we've since kind of been working on all the pages. So yeah, quite exciting, and thank you those who are kind of joining in with the excitement in the comment section there and getting excited with us. And I look forward to kind of hearing what you think about it all. So yeah, that's all of the links for that we'll be sharing on there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the journey this evening. It's not something we've done for a while. We did kind of a few journeys early last year, and I know there were a couple of comments of people asking, will we do them again? And given that it's been a while, I thought that was kind of a good chance to connect in. What I always say with journeys as well is if you've got any questions about your journey that you had or your experience in your journey, as I say, often we have to kind of sit and process these afterwards and sort of understand a little bit about what some of the message might have been there for us. But if you've got any questions about it, do send an email or send a message on the Facebook page, and I'm happy to kind of have a chat with you about it and see if there's any kind of help that I can give with understanding what that might be about for you. The email address is on the website, on the contact section, but it's simply jonathan@herondrums.co.uk, but Facebook messages or whatever just come through to the page, and hopefully the app lets me know that there's a message come through, and I'll see those ones there. So yeah, do get in touch if there's anything you wanted to ask about the journeys. But where we are now, we're just after I was about to say just after 8 o'clock, and I realised that one of the last comments on there is from our friends in San Francisco, where it's a whole different other time. Well, we're just past the hour mark for the evening tonight, which is usually where we take the space for our healing round, and that's a really important part of our community drumming circle, is as well as what we get from the drumming here, and you know, all of you have written in there about how you're feeling relaxed and grounded, and how it's been great for shaking the cobwebs off yourself. We have a round that's about sending that energy outwards to those who are needing it at the moment, and those friends and loved ones who could do with some love and strength right now. And we have our circle here that's stretching far and wide. And what I invite everybody to do is put those that we are wanting to send some love and strength to in the centre of the circle. Keep it anonymised, just give initials or first names on there, because, you know, especially with Facebook, it's a public forum, and it's perhaps better not to kind of put full names and addresses and whatever of people that we're wanting to send healing to. By giving their first name or initials, we're placing them there in the centre of the circle, and they're being held then by all of us in this next round of drumming, as we send some love and strength for them, for whatever they may need that for, and for however they might use that just to help them through whatever it might be that they're going through at the moment. And I also, for people in the circle here, if you're needing some love and strength for whatever is going on in life for you at the moment, make sure you put yourself in the circle. We can be in amongst all of this and have all of the love and prayers being sent to us, but there's a certain amount of opening to accept it as well that is needed. So yeah, popping yourself in the circle and going, yeah, actually I could do with some right now. And so if that's you, please do. So thank you all of those who have put names into the centre there. For all those that we've named, and for all those others that come to our mind and our heart during this, we dedicate this round of drumming to them, and we send that love and strength to them for whatever it is they might be needing. And as the ripples from our drums, those rhythms, those vibrations go out far and wide, may they reach and be felt by those who are needing them, those that we've named, those that we've been holding in our minds and our heart during this. And may they receive that love and strength. Blessed be. How's everybody doing? If you're on the screen there, give us a wave. Let's go for the shamanic jazz hands again. If you're on, brilliant, and the bubble's already coming in on Facebook there. Yeah, let us know. If you're there on Facebook, let us know how you're doing. And yeah, how you feeling? Put it in one word. If you can't put it in one word, put it in 1.5 words. So you can join them together, hyphenate them. How are you feeling right now? I can't see some of the comments in Zoom. There we go. Now I can see it better. If an extra sip of water helps, do grab one. If just moving your body around helps, do that. Yeah. Brilliant. So, yeah, how are you feeling? The first comment in there is a powerful energy, or feeling it's a powerful energy. Others feeling lighter. How about the rest of you? More emojis. Stars and sparkles and blossoms. Relaxed. More feeling lightness. Bright. Collected. And vibrant. You were challenged to one word there, Phoebe. Others feeling tired, and so yeah, having the evening just to kind of relax with the rhythms of the drum, doing the trick. Others feeling calm. Superb. Fantastic. Even the drums are levitating. There's a comment here. I have a horse ovoid drum which is usually heavy, but it didn't feel heavy today. Fantastic. Extra credit, yeah, very good. Superb, superb. Well, as always, we're going to finish with a song this evening. And just a reminder that in the blurb on the Facebook video of this, I pop a load of links. So if you're wanting to find out anything more about Heron Drums, there's the links to the Heron Drums website. There's the link to the newsletter. If you're not yet signed up to the newsletter, do, because we give out the updates to that. There'll be offers going on to the newsletter. There'll be news about upcoming workshops and more on there. So do sign up to there if you're not. There's links to some of the online courses as well on there. And there's also a link to the PayPal link. So if anybody's able to send donations to contribute and help support these evenings, as you know, a number of you will know, and others may have noticed, this is no longer being run from home. I do come out to the workshop and set up again for the evening, ready for this evening. So if people are able to support this, that's really much appreciated. And any of those links that you're able to share out further and wider to connect other people with Heron Drums and what we're doing, and other people who might be interested, please do. All of that really helps. And as mentioned, I'll be popping in the comments section those links to the new info pages specifically, and where you can find the quiz to give the quiz a go. So all of that's going on up there. And yeah, to introduce the song, this time last month, I was over in London, and in London, I think I've shared some posts about this, but it's mostly on another social media page. We were joining in with the many efforts that many groups were involved in to really call attention to the climate crisis, the kind of inaction on the climate and environmental crisis, and the many groups that were calling for ending kind of our fossil fuel dependency. And we know that there's a huge issue related to the environment on that. Currently we know that there's massive issues in relation to world peace on that, and how oil money and wars tend to overlap. And we joined with a cycle of ceremony which was visions of a world beyond fossil fuels. And there were many people involved that visioned this together, and that went into our own dreaming on this and what this might look like and how we might do this. And we held a water ceremony from the new moon last month, where people all around the country gathered water from their local river or lake or shore, and those who were holding space from home brought that onto their altar at home. But others who were joining in London brought that down to London with them, and we gathered that together in a cauldron as our cauldron of visions, or our well of visions. And on the quarter moon, on the 9th, we held a Welcome in the Waters ceremony, where all of these waters came together and went into the cauldron. And we held a space there in London, in Hyde Park, with more ceremony and as well, more kind of meditation around what our visions of a world beyond fossil fuels are, what that might look like for us. And we invited loads of people who kind of, passed by and came and sat with us and joined us. What would that look like to you? What would you imagine a world beyond fossil fuels will look like? And reconnecting with our active hope, our visions of the future that we want to see, the future that we want to co-create. And we held that ceremony then until the next weekend at the full moon. And we went down to the shores of the Thames and held our full moon ceremony there, where we went and we poured those visions that have travelled from those waters from all regions of the country, and some from overseas were posted over to people that had been gathered in the cauldron, then went and joined the world waters as we poured them into the Thames for all of those visions to go out and far and wide. And we look to continue that kind of work of visioning. But a really kind of powerful time and a powerful cycle of ceremony that was. And I'll kind of be hoping to share kind of more information about how we'll look to continue that, because what we're wanting is all of you as well to be with that question of, what does a world beyond fossil fuels look like? What does the world that you want to co-create, that you want to be passing on to future generations, what does that look like? And it's very easy to say, well, we want to stop this and we want to stop that, and we want to not have that. But let's also look at what we want it to point to, not what we want it to kind of move away from, what we want it to point to, what we want it to look like. And so I just want to start with that invitation for us all to be thinking about the world that we want to dream into being together. The song that's going to be on the closing this evening is one from the Reclaiming Work That Reconnects movement, and it's the We Are the Power in Everyone. And the words of it go, we are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. And that song is attributed to the Rainbow movement. A number of songs get attributed back to them. If anybody knows if there's an individual that it's attributed to, do let us know in the comments as well afterwards. But we'll finish with that one together and bring the drums in as well. I'll go for a softer beater just so I don't make too much noise. and have a sip of water. So yeah, we are the power in everyone. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tide. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. We are the power in everyone. We are the dance of the moon and the sun. We are the hope that never hides. We are the turning of the tides. And so here in this season of Beltane, in this season of awakening and of those ancient fires that burn, may one of those fires be hope, and not the sort of passive hope that it will all be okay if we just leave it be, not that hope of a lottery ticket in our back pocket and maybe the numbers will come up right. That active hope that drives us each and every day to be part of co-creating that world that we want to see and dreaming that world into being. So to all of those fires that are awakening within us, to the spirit of the land that awakens along with us and around us, to all of those unseen guides, ancestors, spirit allies that have been with us and weave their energy and magic in and throughout everything that's been experienced. To these drums, for your simple yet powerful healing and magic. To all this and more, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And may you carry us into the coming days and weeks and months as we move into this season with those fires and passions, that inspiration and creativity awakening. And we honour you and thank you. Blessed be. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Really good to see you all again. Really good to be joined by all the faces on the Zoom screen, all of the bubbles and names, and really grateful for all your comments on Facebook Live as well. And yeah, do say goodbye in the chat. Let us know how you're feeling. How you're feeling from the end of this circle, at the end of this circle. And keep an eye out for those extra links that I'll be popping in later on. But really, really good to connect with you all again. Yeah, thank you everybody. Really, really lovely evening.